So far for seniors and people with disabilities and just to get out and have fun, guys, I would highly recommend this trike. Lectric is one of the fastest growing bike companies in the world. They have sold over 500,000 units. I just seen a commercial on, so that's impressive, guys. And I'll put the price on this once I do the editing on the video. That'll pop up for you guys. I got so many bikes and trikes now from companies that I kind of forget what's got what. So be patient with me on that. But I'll put it on the video so you guys will know.
Hi guys, this is me out riding a fabulous trike. This Lectric XP is just a wonderful trike to get out and ride. It's comfortable, it's got a low step through area, it's powerful, it's got great torque, and there's not too many things about this trike that I see any issues whatsoever. It's engineered, built very well. It's got tons of cargo space on the trike, and it is also got a range of anywhere between 35 to 60 miles. And I would not hesitate to take this to the grocery store, to the pharmacy, or anywhere else where I could need to go without having to use my car, my truck, no license, no insurance. None of that stuff do we have to worry about as far as licensing issues. And yeah, I think this trike definitely is something that I'm going to keep for long term. So yeah, let me advise you guys and get out and look at this trike. I'll put a link down in the description box for you guys, and let's enjoy the ride.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dan again with eBike Nation. Welcome back to another ride adventure. Today we are riding the Lectric, the XP Trike. We're going to do about a 10-mile ride, somewhere around there. Haven't had this out in a little while, and today it's a beautiful day. So today we're going to get out and ride. Now this trike will only max out at 15 miles per hour. Which is really fast as you want to go on a trike anyway. Got a little squeal on that front tire. Got to get that adjusted. But I've ridden this probably 50-some miles so far, and I just absolutely love this trike. Very dependable, very quiet, smooth riding, great cargo area in the front and the back. So yeah, what's there not to like about this thing? But we'll get off and talk about it once I get up where I'm going. But yeah, I'm cruising along about 13.6, which is really good enough for me. I've got it in pedal assist 5. So yeah, we're just going to ride this Lectric and a nice leisurely ride today. It's a gorgeous day. It's probably close to 50 degrees out here now. This is Sunday. I actually decided to stay home from church today. I wanted to get out and do some riding since we're heading into some rainy weather again tomorrow. So we're going to be reviewing this Lectric. It has got a great front end on this thing, guys. It does not have suspension, but I'm going to tell you what, you don't feel bumps on this thing for some odd reason. And we've only got 3-inch fat tires on this as well. But so far, I've been very happy with the trike itself. I love the hand grips on this thing. I love the distance on the handlebars. Very comfortable. I did put a different aftermarket seat on this. I put a Blue Wind, but I'll probably be taking this off, and I just got in. The Lectric was kind enough to send me the seat with the backrest on it, so I'm going to put that back on here. But for today, I've got the Blue Wind on here. But this trike has got very good torque on it. I come across that intersection with no problem whatsoever. We'll probably get a 13 to 14 mile ride out of this, somewhere around there. I'm thinking we'll go back down to the park again today and do some drone footage on it. I've got an extra battery for my camera here as well, in case I need it. When you're shooting in 4K, you're using up battery, a little more battery for sure. I love the cruise control on this thing. All you do is hold the throttle down, which I'll show you, and hold down the minus button on your keypad. I believe that's what it is. We'll speed her back up here a second. Got it in walk mode, don't want that. There, we're in cruise, as you can see down here. So I'm again in pedal assist 5 and cruise and doing 13.6 mile per hour. I don't know if it's in the settings or what. I have not got this up to 15 mile per hour like they said it would do. But I'm okay with that. 13.6 is fast enough on a trike. And to come off the cruise, all you got to do is hit the brakes and it'll stop your cruise. But with this beautiful day we have today, I wanted to get out and do some reviews on these trikes and e-bikes I have. This is the third one I've had out, and I may get a fourth or fifth one out before the day's over. I may get 50 to 60 miles in today. Again, I'm 73 years old. Probably the oldest content creator in the world reviewing e-bikes. I haven't found anybody older yet. But I just love reviewing this for you guys. Let you know my thoughts on every bike and trike that I ride. Again, I want to thank Lectric for sending this trike to me to review. I really appreciate it. And they also sent me the seat or saddle with the backrest. I want to thank them for that too. But I reached out to him here a couple months ago and they collaborated with me, and I just really enjoy riding their products. But you can see how quiet this motor is on this thing. It's got a pretty good range on this. I think it's 45 to 60 miles. But that's again if you're riding in pedal assist 1 or 2 and you're not on the throttle a lot and you've got a fairly flat surface, and you should be able to get that. Now me, I'm not going to probably get that kind of range because I'm 230 pounds. And I may do a range test on it, see how far I can do in pedal assist 1. But the battery is really good on this. I've taken it on a 12-mile ride and barely used any battery on it. It's a little cooler today, so we may get a little battery degradation than we normally would. Maybe 5 to 10%, I don't know. Nice breeze coming out of the southwest, so I'm getting it to my back right now, but I will be getting it to my face when I come back. But I also reviewed this Lectric against the Mooncool TK1, and I'll probably get that out this afternoon to ride so we can compare these two. They're both very similar, but a few differences. And I believe the Lectric is about $100 more than the Mooncool TK1 is. But for practicality and what they'll both do, they're very similar. So I will be getting them both out and reviewing them today. I checked the voltage on this before I left, and I had right at 50 volts. So when I get back, I will check that. And then when I get the Mooncool out, I'll do the same. Because the batteries have been inside since we're heading into wintertime, and they did degrade just a little bit, which I am not going to drain either one of my batteries on none of my bikes this year because I'll be riding them all. All throughout the winter, you're going to see videos from me. I want to thank all my new subscribers. I seem to be gaining about 300 a day now. So I'm sitting a little better than 22,000 subs right now, and the views are going from 1,000 to 1,500. Well, I'm happy about that. I noticed I passed Russ is Right as far as my subscribers are. He's got a great channel, guys. I'm not bashing Russ is Right, but he does his own thing and the rest of us do ours. Won't be long, I'll be catching Richard down at E-Bikes and Adventures down in Sarasota, Florida. I'll be catching him here probably in the next couple of weeks, unless his subscribers grow rapidly. Yeah, I want to give a shout out to a couple guys out there that I really like their channels. Gary DIY and Adventures up in New Hampshire. Visit his channel. He is a phenomenal content creator. Repairing bikes, showing things about them that are very interesting. He does a lot of modifications on the bikes that he gets and he rides. So yeah, go over and jump on Gary's DIY and Adventures up in New Hampshire. Tell him I said hi. And also, I'm Bruce. He's out of Maryland. He does a really good job. Definitely a different riding style. I laugh at him a lot, some of the stuff he says and does, but yeah, he's, I think he's an attorney slash realtor, and this is what he does as a side gig, is ride e-bikes. So yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to I'm Bruce up in Maryland. Jump on his channel. Tell him I said hi. With those two guys, I constantly am texting back and forth and talking to on the phone and sharing comments with them on their channel, and because they're just really, really good guys and they're very informative. We don't get anything from each other except just a shout out. But yeah, this is an e-bike community, guys, and we're all in this to educate people. It's not about the free bikes, guys. I mean, I love to get them. I resell some of them when I get done reviewing them. But it's not about the bikes. It's about educating you guys on how to ride an e-bike safely, especially for seniors, people with disabilities. Because believe me, riding a trike is totally different than riding an e-bike. You've got such a quick response on that tire in the front because it's only one tire. I see my front headlights fall down a little bit. I got to tighten that back up. But I really can't wait to get this out in the snow. I won't be riding a whole lot in the ice, but I will be riding in the snow. So a buddy of mine, we're going to get out the HJM and the Tri-Hauler and the Moon Cold GK1 and my Lectric XP, and hopefully my Pucka Puppy Husky, hopefully it'll be fixed by then, so where we can get out and review these things in the snow so you guys can see how things go. We're probably going to go ahead and end the video here until I get up to the halfway point to get off and talk about this thing a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to put you guys on hold. Maybe I will fast forward through some of this riding coverage, and then I'll put some music to it, and you won't even know it when we get to the halfway point. So enjoy the music. Okay guys, here we are at our halfway point. I'm going to get off and put the emergency brake on, and we're going to talk about this wonderful Lectric XP Trike. So let me put you on hold just a second and I'll be right back. Okay guys, we're going to do a ride home now. Make sure I picked up everything over here that goes in my backpack, and we appear that we did. So this has been a fun, enjoyable ride on this Lectric XP Trike. We're riding into the wind going home, so got a little stiff breeze coming out of the southwest today. But the trike, so far after 7 miles, has performed extremely well. And again, I'll put a link to this down in the description box if you guys want to pick up one of these trikes. And we really appreciate it if you use our link, because it helps the channel. And Lectric knows that you bought that off of my channel, and it helps me getting other products from them as well. And I believe they may have a manufacturer discount on these right now, so you guys could look for that once you link on to Lectric's website. Yeah, it's about 6.7 miles here, so it's a little 12, 13 mile ride up and back, which is very doable. I got one more trike I want to get out today, and that's going to be the Mooncool TK1, and we're going to review it against this one because they're very similar in everything about the trike as far as components and prices within about $100 of each other. I know the Mooncool TK1 is very popular as well, but I'm not sure that Lectric did not outsell them last year on this XP Trike. Battery may go dead on us on the camera before we get back, we'll see. There's an electric bike right there, very nice one. Not sure what kind it was, but had the battery on the down frame, so starting to see a ton of these things out anymore. Between more e-bikes than trikes. But as I mentioned, this is my fourth e-trike that I have reviewed for companies. One of them I purchased, so I really don't know any reviews on them, but I have on the HJM Tri-Hauler. I paid $2,600 out of pocket for that one. They did not want to reach out and help anybody that I know of. So I certainly won't be giving them a lot of love. I will review the trike, but I'm not sponsored by them to do that. I'm just doing it out of the goodness of my heart. So far on this Lectric this Lectric XP Trike, I have had zero problems on this thing. Not one issue. A little brake squealing up there on that front caliper. I got to fix that a little bit. We can talk about wintertime riding if you guys want to on these trikes or e-bikes for that matter. I'll point out a couple things for you that you need. First and foremost, I ride all winter long. I don't ride just in the summer and fall and put my bikes up in trikes. I ride all year. Unless there's ice on the trail, I'll be riding in the snow as well. And I really can't wait to get my fat tire trikes, including this one, and it's only a 3-inch fat tire, to get out in the snow because of the stability of the trike versus a regular e-bike in the snow. So I really can't wait to get out and do that. But as far as wintertime stuff, let's talk about that. First and foremost, you need to have your cell phone with you 24/7 when you're on a trail. And you need to have a bike app on there, or trike, whatever. They have apps out there, and I use a particular one called Strava, S-T-R-A-V-A. It's a paid subscription. I think I pay $79 per year. But what is good about this app, it's got so many analytics on it. I can actually text my kids, both of my sons, my wife. Before I even leave the house, I'll set that up to text them that I'm on the ride, and they can see me precisely where I'm at on the trail at all times. I mean, it's almost an exact time that they're seeing me, I'm actually on the trail. The accuracy of this Strava app is really good with the GPS. So what's good about that, if you fall or get hurt, have an injury, your bike breaks down, you can first of all call for help, and you can also call emergency services. They'll know where you're at on the trail by your GPS location. So that's one thing you want to carry. The next thing I always recommend you carry is a handheld battery charger, or use your bike or trike. Some of them's got the USB-C port where you can charge your phone as you're riding. But I want to carry my little battery pack that it'll completely charge a cell phone from 0 up to 100%. So I carry those as well with me in my backpack. Now I carry a backpack and it carries all kinds of stuff in there. Tools, because I just had to straighten out this front headlight, and I need I needed some vice grips, and I also needed some hex wrenches in order to fix that light. So I was able to do that on the trail. You're also going to want to carry bike tools, hex wrenches, pliers, screwdrivers. You never know when you're going to have to tighten up some bolts, or like I had to on the headlight. But you want to carry bike tools. You want to carry a bike lever. So if you have to take that tire off, you'll be able to with a bike lever. If you have to take the tube out and patch it, or what I typically will do is turn my bike upside down if I've got a flat tire. And typically it's always the rear tire, it's never the front. That's because the weight that you're putting on the pavement on that bike. So you're going to pick up more stuff on your back tire than you are your front. So I'll try to turn the bike over, and then I will carry a quart of flat out. It's got Kevlar in it. And what I do is I take the valve stem remover. You can buy them, they're very cheap, and you can take out the valve stem out of the Schrader valve. That's the valve that you put the air in. It's called a Schrader valve. Let me get across this intersection real quick before I continue. And then what I'll do is I'll take that flat out. The hose fits right, it's a plastic bag. It comes in quarts. And you could actually put that hose right over the Schrader valve, and you can just squeeze in the amount of Kevlar that you want to seal that opening or seal that hole. And it may not take the full quart, but look at your recommendations on the bag. It'll tell you how many to use, how much to use. And then once you do that, you turn the tire around 2 or 3 times so it'll evenly distribute the flat out into your tube. And then when you're done with that, you put your valve stem back in with your valve stem remover. And then at that point, you take your air pump, and I carry 2 battery operated air pumps with me at all times. On your left. And then I just pump it up to the whatever it says on the sidewall, 20 pounds, 30 pounds of pressure, whatever. And then I'll put the cap back on there, and you're pretty much done with that repair. So that helps with having to take out the tube, unless you've got a serious breach in that tire. Flat out's not even going to hold it. But if you pick up a nail or a thorn or something like that, or a screw, you're going to be able to probably fix that. And at that point, I would go ahead and keep an eye on that tire, and if it starts losing air, you're going to want to go ahead and take the tire off or take the tube out and change that tube and get a new one. But for the most part, I've done tire repairs and not had any issues whatsoever. To this day, I've got a couple flats that I fixed that I have not had to fix it because of the Kevlar has sealed that opening. Now I prefer flat out over Slime. That's another popular brand. The Slime does not have the amount of Kevlar particles in it, shall we say, that the flat out does. So that is why I don't use Slime. I've got a flat tire using Slime. I put Slime in the tire before I rode and still got a flat tire. So I don't like Slime at all. I prefer flat out. And if you want me to, I can put a link down in the description box for you guys. So those are a couple things you definitely want to carry. And again, carry your battery operated bike pump, because you can recharge it and it can pump a tire up pretty quick. We got to be really careful crossing them intersections. That one guy was stopping for me, and the one car behind him was thinking about going around him, and I'd have got hit right there. Situational awareness and head on a swivel at all times when you're on a bike. I really can't emphasize that enough for you guys. Let's see what else I carry. I carry a first aid kit. Most of the time I have it in my backpack. Bandages, wraps, ointment, a knee wrap or an elbow wrap, something that will either stop the bleeding if you cut yourself or you got a sprain. I can typically take care of that on the bike trail. It's just a small emergency kit. It's very important to carry that though, guys. Of course, I carry a separate little tire pressure gauge. I carry that with me as well. But usually on most of your bike pumps, they'll have that on there. And you can tell the pump how much air to put in the tire, and once it's done, it'll quit. And a couple tire inflators that I have got emergency lights on them too. They flash red. They have a light on them so where you can see what you're doing. So if you're out at night and you do that, you can easily repair something like that. So those are a couple things that I carry. And then, of course, clothing, which we'll talk here in just a second once I get by these guys. Clothing, let's talk about that. I wear an insert on my helmet, and I've got a full face parabaka that I can put on when it gets really cold, which I had on the other day. It'll block most of the wind off your face, or the cold air. Or I'll carry a hat. Like today, I've got my heavy sweatshirt on, and I've got two more shirts under that. One's a bike jacket, and the other one's my really heavy sweatshirt I wear. It's got a helmet, it's got a hat on it. So I just loosen up the helmet as far as it'll go, and then I put that over that and still able to strap down my helmet. And also have reflective clothing on. I don't have that today other than my helmet, but it's got flashing lights front and back so people can see me coming. But for the most part, if you're going to be out road riding, neighborhood riding, anywhere there's cars and traffic, wear reflective clothing. I wear a reflective construction smock. You can get them in really bright green, or you can get orange. But I wear them usually when I'm out riding because it really helps people to see you. On your left. Again, the two things that I really focus on and I want to educate my folks about are situation awareness at all times and put your head on a swivel. How you doing? Because you just never know what you're going to run into or somebody run into you. Not only you have to ride defensively on a bike or trike, you got to ride offensively. One good thing about one of these, if you see you're about to get hit, you can just take it off the trail, take it off the road, go down in the grass, whatever. Well, avoid them trees if you can, because they don't move. So if you have to ditch that bike or trike, you're able to do that. That is the benefits of riding on the road. But you still got to be extremely careful, guys. Cars are just not paying attention to you like they are. Motorcycles, same way. They just don't watch out for them. Doesn't hurt to put flags on the back, like we just seen back there on those recumbents. I may get a triangular placard to put on the back of this basket so people can see me at all times. You definitely want to dress warm. If you're going to wear jeans, you want to wear some thermal long johns or whatever, top and bottom. Now I have bike pants that are thermal insulated as well. Sometimes I'll just wear them. Today would have been a good day. Today I'm not wearing anything under my jeans, and I'm very comfortable. But if you get down around 30, 35 degrees, you're going to feel it, especially on your face. Because you got to remember, if there's no wind, you're still riding right into it at 15 to 20 miles per hour that you're on your bike. I may invest in a motorcycle helmet to wear in the wintertime. I'm seriously thinking about it. Some may think it's overkill, but it's not. Make sure your helmet that you're wearing is MIPS rated for a crash test of 30 miles per hour as well. If you get hit by a car at any speed, you're going to feel it. You're going to have probably some injuries. So you definitely need to avoid any situations that may arise by thinking, what will I do if this guy does that? Kind of the way you're taught defensive driving a car. You got to be thinking of scenarios. What will I do when he does that? Can I avoid that? One good thing about a bike or a trike, they'll stop pretty quick. So if you see a situation you got to stop really quick, you can usually do it on bikes and trikes, especially with hydraulic brakes on them. So those are just some of the things I carry. Again, most of the stuff I carry is in my backpack unless I have a bike like I did earlier today. I had my e-bike that I rode, reviewing it as well for Lectric Discover 2 I was riding. I just wore my backpack at that point. But with these trikes, I can just put them right in the back of the basket on the rear cargo area. I got my coffee cup back here and everything. Yeah, we got a couple more miles to go here. A little less than 2 miles. And then we're going to hop on another trike and we're going to probably do the same ride again. And I'll also, once I get back to the house, I will put a voltage meter on this battery and see where it stands. How much battery that I use. Okay guys, we're back on the road again here. My battery went dead in my camera. So I always carry an extra battery for that reason. But yeah, what we'll do is once I get up for about another mile or so, we'll go ahead and shut the camera off for security reasons. And once I get home, I'll go ahead and take the battery out and we'll check out the voltage. And then I'll know exactly how much battery that we used. We had 50 volts when I started. And I don't trust these bars at the top. This says we're down a bar. That should be about 20% or maybe 10% of the battery, but we'll see. So once I check that battery voltage, I'll know exactly how much battery I did use on this 13-mile ride. Or 13 and a half, whatever it is. So far, we've come 11.9 miles. We got about another mile and a half to go. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about this ride. What do you think about the Lectric XP? Guys, it's at the top of my list pretty much on these trikes. But we'll get out the Mooncoal TK1 and we'll see how it does today too. Now, I have noticed that Lectric's customer service is much better anymore than what Mooncoal has been. I have noticed their customer service dropping off a little bit. That don't mean it's bad, it just means they need to respond quicker to people. Because I'm on almost everybody's Facebook page, whether it be Lectric, Mooncoal, Pucka Puppy, HJM, I'm on all those websites. Their Facebook pages, and I'm seeing some of this stuff that guys are talking about, customers are talking about. Lack of customer service. Or as Clark Howard calls it, customer no service. And when you're spending this kind of money, regardless if it's $1,200 up to $3,000 on a bike or a trike, you want to have good customer service. And as I mentioned earlier, I was reviewing the Pucka Puppy trike, their Husky trike, and I've had all kinds of issues with that so far right out of the box. So I've emailed the company and gave them a week to respond. They did not. I asked for a throttle. They sent me the wrong one, and I know it's the throttle. And the guy's trying to tell me that send him pictures. I said, buddy, they're not even the same color code. The pins don't even line up on it. This one's got a horn on it, on the throttle. But I still had to send them a video and photos of those pins that don't match up. They think I'm some kind of dummy. We know what's supposed to work and what's not supposed to work. The color coding is a perfect example. They sent me a plug that's got a red color, a red female plug, and the one on the trike are both yellow. Now you tell me if that red one's going to fit. To me, that's just asinine for a company to even insult somebody like that. And I'm sorry if I put out what I can on these videos, and I'm going to be brutally honest. If I burnt bridges with Puckapucky, sorry. I am not going to review a trike and give it a good review just because they sent me a free trike. I'll just burn bridges with that company. I don't care. I will keep up my agreement that I signed with them as far as the amount of videos I'm going to put out, and I'll put out a good quality video after they fix the trike. But so far, they haven't done so well. We're coming up here, up on the end of the road here. We'll go ahead and pause the video again, and once I get home and get the battery out, then we'll start talking about the voltage that we have on the battery and how much usage that we got out of the battery on a 13.5-mile ride. Then again, after that, I'll get the Mooncoal TK1 out, and we're going to ride it as well. Do another review on that one. That way you guys can see a good comparison on both of them. Okay, as you guys can see, I started out with 50 volts, which is right around 70% of the battery when I started. And I did 13.6 miles. Now, on the battery, we have 48.4 of the battery, which is about 60%. So what this is telling me, I only used about 10% of the battery on a 13.5-mile ride. That, guys, is really good. I am very happy with the results of that because typically in this chillier weather, you won't get that kind of battery range, but I certainly did on this Lectric. So, yeah, 10% of the battery, 13.5 miles, I think it did extremely well. So now we're going to go ahead and check out. Put any comments down in the comments section for me. See if I can answer them for you. Thank you for watching this long video. I want to thank you for following my channel. Thank you all you subscribers. Share, like, and subscribe this video. Share it again. And I will see you guys on the next ride adventure.